People, welcome to another edition of the finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love. It's WWE SuperCard with me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. And today, bit of a moan in this one today, just for a change, because I don't moan very often, really. It's Sunday, it's midday here in the UK. Now, looking at Road to Glory at the moment, you will see that I am up to Shamus. But I've been 2-pointing it, because I've been using some credits. I've been 2-pointing it ever since the back end of Neville. 75 out of 225 on Shamus. Finn Balor, it's just might as well be a million miles away right now, because I just don't think it's going to happen. Not only producing this video, there's other things I need to do today. I've got about, it's 20 to 2. It's going to finish at 2 AM UK time, so it's 12 hours. Just don't think it's going to happen. Now, there are some tweaks that I can make to my deck, and you're going to see what I'm going to do because I've got some awards to pick up and I've got some things to do. So it just might sneak me into SummerSlam tier, but I don't think it will. Of course, they have adjusted the points, so some people did get through to SummerSlam. I know a lot of you who were sort of slightly borderline, like me, just haven't moved at all. It doesn't seem to have made any difference to my deck at all. Now, the big thing that I'm lacking, if you look at this deck, the big thing that I'm lacking is Divas. It crippled me through WrestleMania. I was hamstrung because I've got Nia Jax. She's the only WrestleMania pro. I've got Sasha Banks as a single. They're the only WrestleMania Divas I've had the entire time that we've been playing WrestleMania tier. So I've got my Survivor Pro Divas. Now, if I could drop a Pro Diva into there, that would make a difference. We've seen this before. When you're trying to get up a tier, you can make all the little tweaks you want to your main deck. It's the Divas. That's the real meat and drink. So if you can drop in a new Pro in there, that makes a massive difference. But it's just not going to happen, because I don't have the tools, I don't have the cards, and I don't have the credits to buy a load of packs either. Now, one thing you may notice, the astute and the observant of you, if you look at my main deck, what have I got down here? I have The Miz, and I have The Miz. So, look, these are my options. This is what I could do to try and get myself up to SummerSlam tier, to try and get this Finn Balor character with more than just 2-point cards. And the first thing, which would be very reckless, this Miz is just about done. Look, we're 6 matches shy of power, 9 matches shy of speed, and 16 shy of charisma. You always get one stat that's like way below the others. This Miz was a pull from last night, so this is my latest SummerSlam card. And now I got this while I was in exhibition mode, trying to power up the stats on the other SummerSlam cards, so that I was hoping it would just boost up the power on my main Road to Glory deck. But it didn't make much difference at all. But it did mean, thank goodness, that I made this pull on SummerSlam level and not on the WrestleMania level that I was on the deck. And I am just 90 odd matches shy of a ladder reward as well, so I've got to keep an eye on that too. So I don't want to, but I could make a bad pro out of that, because if that stuck me to around 6,500-7,000 points, stuck him to the top of the board, that certainly will give me more juice in that top bar there. Would it do enough to take me to SummerSlam on its own? No, it probably wouldn't. That's one option. I have another couple of options, which I shall show you now. There's actually 3 more options. The first is King of the Ring finished. Now, there's a bit of chat finally. Good luck, chat. Okay, right. Well, look, I got to the semi-finals, and it's one of these semi-finals where it depends who procs, and my cards didn't proc, his did, and I lost 3-2, lost 3-2. So I don't know who won. Joe 316, and Joe 316 won the final. So well done to you, Joe. But we're not interested in that. What we're interested in is I'm going to get a WrestleMania card. Now, if this is Sasha Banks, I will do a poorly pro'd Sasha Banks. I will power her up in terms of feeding the cards, but then I won't bother powering up the matches. I'll just combine her with my existing Sasha Banks, which has been done fully, to make a pro. It'll look like a gold star pro, but it won't be fully powered up. That could make a difference. If it's not Sasha, if it's just one of several other cards that I've got a single of, that's fine. I'll just mispro that card, just to whack it into the deck. Anything I can do right now. So there's a lot riding on that. Above and beyond that, there's 2 more things I could do. Firstly, I have a fusion chamber to collect even. Fusion chamber to collect. Now, I have a network error, so I've crashed out. Just excuse me 1 second while I come back in. I have... Alright, you're following me. Are you following me? You're waiting on a network too. Good. Are you with me? Yes, you're with me. Great. Right, what was I saying? Fusion Chamber. Now, I've got Stone Cold Steve Austin as a single. Again, he's been fully powered up. If I get Stone Cold Steve Austin again, I will do a Miss Pro, if you like, just to try and get a more powerful card to throw into that. This is all desperate, just trying to get the Finn Balor card. And as we go through all these various options, it gets into various stages of desperation. I don't want to do that because that Steve Austin card would still be very useful, fully powered up. But if it would sneak me into SummerSlam tier so I can get Finn Balor and get my Finn Balor Pro, then you've got to weigh one thing up against the other. Now, if that doesn't work, the absolute desperation stakes, I've got 4,689 points, money in the bank. I'm after that Randy Orton card. That's what I'm after. That's what I'm chiseling for. That's what I'm working towards. But if we go down for 5,040 points is Zack Ryder. Now I have Zack Ryder as a single, so again I could just chisel away the extra few points I need. I could get Zack Ryder. I could do him as a cheap pro. I could throw him into the deck and again see if it gets me into SummerSlam. Now against that, I don't really want a cheap Zack Ryder pro. I want the Randy Orton card. So at some stage I have to start thinking, how desperately do I need Finn Balor as a pro? Do I just carry on chiseling on Sheamus? Get Sheamus as an individual card on this new tier SummerSlam, forget Finn Balor and just pick things up from next week, and then that way I can continue working towards, if I've got Stone Cold Steve Austin, a proper Stone Cold Steve Austin Fusion Pro. I could ignore Zack Ryder and head on towards Randy Orton. So it's sort of long game against short game. That's what I've got. So what we need to do is pick up some rewards. So we will start with WrestleMania. Now, as I say, if it's Sasha Banks, this is 1 in 200 chance. So Sasha Banks, then I can make it a dodgy pro. We'll see how we go. And I've got Apollo Crews. I've already got as a pro. That's no good to me at all. That is absolutely no good to me at all. Okay. Thanks for nothing there. So we move on to stage 2, which was our Fusion Chamber Pro. Now, sensibly, I do want Stone Cold Steve Austin because it would give me, as I've mentioned several times already, a pro. I've got one Vince McMahon card. Another Vince McMahon card would be fine. Beyond that, I don't think a single diva will beat my Survivor Pro divas. So let's just see where we go. Claim rewards. And I've got... Got to make it interesting. Make it interesting. Make it interesting. It's Broccoli Legions. Okay. Again, that's not going to help me at all. What it could do, I'm assuming we will get SummerSlam fusions at some stage. At the moment, if I've got a single Stone Cold Steve Austin and a single Brock Lesnar, they can just be thrown straight into the SummerSlam fusions when they're available. That doesn't help me now, and it's going to be, what, over a week until I can get the next one. So that's not an option. So I don't particularly want to go down the Zack Ryder route because I don't think that's going to make, chucking a Zack Ryder in is not going to make an awful lot of difference. So just thinking out loud while I'm talking to you good people, you may feel different. Maybe your advice would be different. Maybe you'd say just go for it, Big Jim, and see what happens. But I just feel that's going to be a waste of the points. If we just go back to my deck now. So if I did a dodgy pro Zack Ryder, he would sit behind Apollo Crews there at the moment. Apollo Crews is still being powered up, by the way. That's why it's fairly low. I could pro The Miz. I don't think proing The Miz into a bad pro and proing Zack Ryder into a bad pro and wasting my money in the bank points is going to be a better long-term strategy. I think a better long-term strategy is to work on The Miz, is to ignore Zack Ryder, go for Randy Orton, and to continue to chisel away on Sheamus and see where I get. And if I'll start Finn Balor, and if I get the chance, I'll just keep going and keep going and keep going. Now that's the thought process that a lot of us have to go through. I know you could chuck credits at it. I could open, well I couldn't, I haven't got the money, but I could open 10 packs and see if I could make some dodgy pros that way. I would have thought with all the singles, I've got 40 odd WrestleMania singles, there's a chance that if I don't get some decent SummerSlam cards, I'd certainly get a duplicate of one of my WrestleMania cards and could make a dodgy pro out of it. But as I say, I don't have the money to do that, and that's not what we're about. This is what the game is about. You get these frustrations, but that makes the winning side of it all the more pleasurable. You can see my frustration here. There's nothing I can really do to get into SummerSlam tier, and I'm running out of time as well. I'm just going to have to try and play my way out of a hole. If I can get Finn Balor, I can. If I can't, I just have to suck it up. It's what you have to do sometimes. You can't buy your way out of a situation. You just got to suck it up and get on with it. And as I said, just talking it through with you guys, I think the better long-term strategy, don't mess around with the Miz, get the Miz done properly, get what I'm doing, all the playing, get it done properly, and don't do anything panic-wise. And I don't want to waste those points on Money in the Bank. I don't want a dodgy Zack Ryder Pro. I want to get Randy Orton sorted. So that's what I'm going to do. And I do have that ladder reward coming up in 90 matches, which I will obviously hit if I manage to get through halfway through Finn Balor, or even to the start of Finn Balor. So let's just give it a little couple of games, just so you can see my frustrations. What I'm doing, if I see that the person, as you can see, I've got a few bouts. I'm buying bouts. I've got 585 credits. 585 credits. I'm not buying the full 600 credits worth of title matches. I'm just buying them in little bunches at the moment because I'm just not sure how far I'm going to get. But what I'm doing is, if these 6-point matches, if I see the person has played about 15,000 matches in total, I'll have a crack at them. See that person there? Let's have a little crack at this 6-pointer, see if we can do it. Otherwise, it really is 2-pointers all the way. And as I mentioned, you know, this is midday Sunday. I've got a family dinner to cook yet. There's this video to produce for you guys. I just don't see I'm going to have the time. So work it out, 12 hours. So was it 270 odd points on Finn Balor, another 180 to go. I'll call it 400 points in total I've got to go. And that's 200 matches. Well, that's 20 matches an hour, over 10 hours with 2 hours off. So that could in theory be done, but then you're not doing anything else for the rest of the day, and that's also allowing for the fact you'll be left alone to do these things. And as you well know, with Ninja Boy around, I'm not left alone to do anything. So anyway, let's give this a go. Let's see where we stand. See if we can just eke a little 6-pointer. Straight away, we're Sasha Pro. At times like this, nice, cool, refreshing beer comes in handy. Cheers. Don't worry about it, eh? Just chill. Right, tag team charisma. Well, we'll have to go for the Blue Boys. He's got a SummerSlam Brock Lesnar into play. Very kind of him. So that's me down by 2 already. I'm bringing my biggie, and okay, we've got a point back here, so that's 2-1. How are you guys doing? I'm sure in the comments, well, I'm going to see that you've suffered similar frustrations. This has obviously been one of the toughest road to glories going. Right, just concentrate on what I'm doing here. I shall go with... I'm actually going with the weaker lineups first, because I'm assuming they're going to bring in their stronger lineups. Might stand a chance here. Is he going to proc? Yeah, he's going to get a decent... He's compatible, and we're just not incompatible. We're not going to get a boost, are we? Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to see a lot of you sharing similar frustrations, particularly as the tweaks seem to work for some people, and for me, the bar just didn't move a single, not a jot, not a bit. And I know that with a Diva, it would have made a big difference. Right, okay, we should pick this one up. We're still in contention here. It's not beyond the realms of possibility we could pick up 6 points here. Charisma. Okay. I'm not going to get too carried away though. You know how this game likes to turn on you and smack you in the face. The same effect as if someone picked up a wet fish and just whacked it across your chops. Right, which Diva should we go with? We'll go with... Oh, they're pretty much of a muchness, aren't they? Right, pretty much knew we were going to get clobbered this time around. It's just a question of how strong the next Diva is. Too strong for me. That I do know. I've been better off there with a tag team to get rid of those. Right. Solo match, toughness, speed. I want to bring in the weaker card just as well, because I couldn't have matched that, and then just hope he's got a normal WrestleMania here. Okay, that's cool. That's cool for us. Not too cool for school. Right, final round. Oh, jeez, look at that. I've got 3 SummerSlam singles. Oh, you pig. Okay, well, let's do the tag team, which we would expect to lose, and hope that the next one's a tag team and that they've only got SummerSlam cards, which I doubt very much. So 6-5 down, tag team charisma. Could have done with a boost here, but never mind. No, we've lost that. Oh, I don't know. They've got a 10% deficiency. If we'd got the 10% boost, it's getting. I've never been so happy to see 6 points. Come on, we're scraped to draw. True West Ham style. Get something out of nothing. Start celebrating draws. Anything is a victory in my eyes. So we've managed to get ourselves 6 points there. Well, if I could do that a few times, the problem is you might win that one and then lose the next 4. So you might as well just stick to the 2-point matches. Right, 81. It's a long way to go on a long road to glory. Let's do one more. If you can bear one more, let's just see if we can just repeat that exercise. See what we get if we're not waiting on a network. You're seeing a nice frozen screen. I'm seeing the waiting on a network circle. Network error, please try again later. I've had more network errors in this game the last couple of weeks than ever before. There you go. Little circle of confidence. Ring of confidence. Right, let's get back to where we were. See, that's wasted about now as well, hasn't it? Oh, it's frozen again. Think happy thoughts, think happy thoughts, think happy thoughts. Drink happy beer. Right, I've got network error showing again. You're just looking at the home screen. I'm trying once more. If it doesn't come in this time, then blow it. Blow it. Alright, one more time. Free bout in 47 hours. Right, here we go. Play. What have we got? 16 and 5, 21. It's probably a bit much. Let's just try again. I want someone who's played about 16, 17,000 matches. As I say, if I try any more than that. Well, he's very obviously got the Randy Orton card. Total Anarchy, don't like the sound of that. It sounds too tough. Jerby, good name, but he's played 34,000 matches. Abid. You waste enough time just doing this. Josh. Doesn't look like we're going to find anyone. 62,000, 63,000. Well, fair play to Simo Romanista for playing 63,000 matches. Well done to you. Rogers played 41,000 matches. Okay, come on, just give us something nice. Yamin. It's 25,000. Right, come on, come on, come on. 40,000. Hero of the day. I'll try 3 more. Okay, that's not going to work. Otherwise, I'll just go into a 2-pointer. Right, last chance. There we go. Last chance. We'll give it the last chance saloon. That looked like, was that a WrestleMania Pro? My eyes deceive me. Was that WrestleMania Pro Miz just tied in there? Right, Clash. Do your worst. Let's see if we can get 6 points out of you. What can we do here? Solo toughness. Do we go with... Let's go with Andre, because he's going to take a lot to beat him. You'd need the Dean Ambrose card, I was going to say. And guess what they've got? The Dean Ambrose card. Right, okay, that's not helped me at all. I'm going to have to go with these 2. And we should pick up the win on that. Damn. Damn you to hell! See, if I'd just chucked in the SummerSlam card, or even this WrestleMania card to start off with, 4-9, yeah, we're going to lose that. Would have stood a chance of a 2-1, but anyway, I'm 2-1 down, so can't cry over spilt milk, and let's move on to the next one. So I've got 1 event card and 3 SummerSlams. Solo match toughness. Use the 1 blue SummerSlam, get him out of the way. As you would expect to defeat. Now then, solo match toughness speed. Come on, Roman, don't let me down. Right, good stuff. Keeps us in there. If we can just stay in contention, as you saw in the last match, just getting a draw is good enough. Getting a draw is good enough. We're playing for the draw. Oh, we could have done with that as a tag team. We could be 5-2 down at the end of this. Damn you! Damn you to hell, you stupid idiot! Right, that's 1 defeat and power. Oh, jeez. Okay, right. We're not going to come out with anything from this, are we? Can't afford to lose. Right, the polish are coming for me. Can't afford to lose another one. And 3 SummerSlam cards again. What it just doesn't give me my event cards and my normal WrestleMania cards. Honestly. I'll use one of the 2 right arrows. Doesn't really matter which one. Oh, Big Cass. Never mind. 6-2 down, solo charisma. We're on a hiding to nothing here, really, aren't we? It's pulled out a decent WrestleMania card. And solo matches again. Of course there's solo matches again. Of course. You always want to play your SummerSlam cards as singles, don't you? Okay, so as you can see, after all that messing around, it's not got me anywhere. 8-2 down. And yeah, proc away. Don't mind me. Choices are limited here. He's already played Finn Balor, hasn't he? So he's got 2 Finn Balor cards. That's one thing that annoys me in this Road to Glory. The amount of times you see the person you're playing has already got the main event card as a pro, or has got it as 2 singles, and you're like, well, hang on a minute, that wouldn't work, because once you've got it as a second single, that's the end of the tournament as far as you're concerned. So there we go, stuck on 81 points. As I say, hard slog ahead. Let me know how you get on with your hard slog. This video in reality is probably not going to be out till late Sunday evening UK time. Probably the last few hours of the chiselling time. Very best of luck, people. Very best of luck with what you're doing. Let me know how you got on. I would love to hear that you've got Finn Balor. You were still in WrestleMania tier, but you had the kahunas and the wherewithal and the will and the power and the energy to just crack on and not be put down and not be told by the game that you couldn't get it and that you've got it. And you put the hours in and you got your reward, because that is how you get the most fun out of these things. Put the effort in to get the rewards. That's enough from me today. As always, please subscribe down below if you haven't, so you can see some more of this nonsense. Bung us a like if you like the video. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, @BadLadDad. Until I see you again, you stay cool.